Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everyone, Annika Michelle here for Spotlight On, and I am here with Mr. Greyston Holt, of course, from the hit show Bitten.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for coming in. And for those, I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably already know the show tapes in Canada. So we're lucky enough that he's in LA at the moment and can come in. I'm excited about it, and I'm sure people at home are excited to see you here.
It's really awesome to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming. First of all, I love the show. I love Bitten. And season 2 premiered already in Canada last night, and we're hopefully, fingers crossed, it's premiering in America soon, because I want to know what's happening.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Sci-Fi hasn't given us a release date for season 2 yet, but yeah, it just aired in Canada last night, and the fans loved it. I was all over Twitter doing a live tweet.
I saw you guys live tweeting it.
Yeah,
I was trying not to like get into it too much, because I was like, I don't want to know what happens, but I want to know.
Yeah, right, yeah. So yeah, hopefully they'll give us a date soon, but until then, we're going to have to wait patiently.
And you guys are done shooting all of season 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So from the 2 seasons, what would be your favorite one, you would say?
This one's my favorite.
Really, season 2?
Yeah, by far. It's I think we've really kind of hit our stride. Like anything, you know, the first time around is a learning process.
Yeah.
So this season's we've introduced witches.
Okay,
which
that's
is completely
awesome.
different, yeah. So there's this whole new world that's been introduced to the show, and it's interesting seeing, you know, the werewolf world collide with the more magical, fantastical witch world.
Right.
So it just has a darker, edgier tone to it this year.
I'm into it. And can I ask, is Elena staying in Stonehaven for season 2? Or
she is, but she is taken at some point this season. Yes. And you'll find out by who.
Yeah, and I hope that you go and save her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just tell you that your guys' chemistry on set, like, I love you. You, like, bit her. I know it sounds so weird, but you bit her to, like, essentially save her life. And then, like, you're so patient with her. Like, you slept on her fiance's couch. Like, you know, like, who does that?
I'm whipped.
Who, like, is like, all right, I'm going to just, like, watch you with this other man, and I'm going to be patient. I'm going to sleep on this other man's couch, and it's whatever. You can go to the bedroom. Like, you know what? Like, most men wouldn't do that, obviously. But, like, I just think that it just shows how much you care about her, and I think that's so awesome. And she cares about you when you got hurt, and she was helping you out.
Yeah.
It's a good relationship.
It is. And I think, you know, also when it comes down to it, like, I put her in this position of being a werewolf.
Right.
So I think there's always that, you know, sorry,
Yeah.
I'll sleep on the couch. I mean, sorry. That was so Canadian. We always say sorry really hard. Really hard.
My
right?
friends do that. She's laughing. My friends do that.
He's Canadian.
But do you think, you don't have to tell me if it actually happens, but this is I want you guys to have a kid on the show.
Apparently, I've only read the first book and one of the pre-books.
Okay.
Savage. But apparently we have like twins or something.
Oh, wow.
In one of the upcoming books. So.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
and you
we'll
know
see.
what that means if it's a boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it might be carrying on the tradition.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We'll have to cross that bridge.
Yeah.
Get to it.
And do you have a favorite episode of this season?
I do, but I can't even say anything about it because it involves our sort of antagonist character this season, who we've been really good at hiding its identity.
Right.
So,
okay. So just watch out for that. Can you tell us what episode number it is? At least so
8. Yeah.
8. Okay. Episode 8, season 2.
Let's just say it was a very challenging episode, acting-wise. It was I had to kind of really stretch my abilities. So.
Yeah. Speaking of challenging stuff, you do your own stunts, right?
Yeah.
Like all the fighting scenes and
95% of them. I mean,
Right.
if I have to get thrown through a window, they're not going to let me, even if I wanted to. But
they're not going to hurt the actor.
Yeah.
Throw the stunt guy out. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then the other guys do as well, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much preparation has to go into that?
Quite a bit. I mean, we have a really great stunt coordinator, John Stead, and so we'll, you know, a longer fight sequence will be a, you know, 8 to 10 hour rehearsal.
Wow.
And then after that, it's kind of up to us to, you know, get together and run the fight sequences. And he's really great, though. He actually he videos all our stunt rehearsals.
Okay.
And he actually cuts it together and he sends it to you, so you can at least watch it. And you know, if you forget what one of the moves was, you can just refer to the video, and it's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's a smart way of doing it. It's like dance.
Yeah, and
it's
like
good they send it to you, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good for the producers to have a copy of that, so they can say, you know, we don't really like that move or this or that. And,
I just noticed you have a tattoo on your arm. Do they cover that? Because I haven't seen it on the show.
Yeah.
So you had it tattooed when you were filming.
Yeah, I've had this for years.
Okay.
So we always have to cover it up when I'm naked.
Okay. Right.
They wanted the werewolves to be. Usually it's not a problem, but they wanted us, the werewolves, to be like pure, I guess, looking, and they didn't want us to be able to tattoo.
Yeah, I just noticed it because your arm's on the table, obviously.
Yeah,
but
it's right there.
I was like, wait, did he have that? I wonder if he just got it recently.
Yeah,
it's a star tattoo. Does it have any meaning, or did you just?
No,
You're like, I'm gonna be a star, so here we go.
I wish it even had that much meaning. No, it was like I woke up and I was probably still drunk and very hungover with a buddy of mine, and we were like, let's go get some star tattoos.
And he has the same?
He's just a little different, but
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Bro,
I remember waking up the next day just being like,
what did I do?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh. That's funny. You guys all on set seem to be cool with each other. I mean, I know, like, your characters are a bit intense, and it's a more drama show. It's not a comedy, but at least from what I can see, you guys seem to be, like, friends. Off camera.
Real
like,
friends.
You know, you seem to have like that kind of chemistry, not that just like we come in and work together and get out.
Yeah, no, we're so fortunate. I mean, when you're spending long hours and many days with people, you want to get along with them. And we're very lucky in that sense. We all get along, and we did right from the get-go.
Right.
It was just, everything was easy. And even our crew is amazing, too. There's
awesome.
Never any drama on set.
That's
really,
so good.
really great.
That's rare to find, can I just tell you?
Yeah, oh, I know, yeah. Yeah, so we're
so
very
rare.
lucky. And our show is really demanding emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least we all like each other.
That's good. That makes all the difference, seriously. And do you guys, like, ever play pranks on each other? Like, who's the goofball off camera?
I guess I'm a little bit, but Greg, who plays Jeremy, is he's just has a wit to him that's insanely fast, and he's very charming and hilarious. So it's he's kind of a jokester.
That's awesome. Can I just tell you, whoever did the casting, I can totally see that you guys would be father-son.
Really? Yeah. Somebody was mentioning that last night.
I could totally see it. It's like, wow, they actually did a really good job casting this father-son duo.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not blood related to him in the books.
Right.
And he's actually supposed to be half Japanese, but
okay,
they just couldn't. They couldn't. They just couldn't find the right actor.
To do it.
Yeah.
But you guys seriously look like you could be. So good job on casting, guys. I liked it. And speaking of challenging stuff, you do a lot of naked scenes, obviously, and a lot of fighting scenes. Which one would you say is the hardest to prepare for and like do, because there's people watching? Is it like nerve-wracking either way?
No, I mean, I guess I'm a bit of an exhibitionist when it comes to nudity. Like, I just don't give a
you're just like, whatever.
Like, So I honestly, like, the first scene I shot of the show, the first season, I had to be nude, and I was like, oh, I'll just take it all off. And they're like, no, so the crew's comfortable. We need you to wear this sock. It's like, oh, fine, okay, I get that. But I mean, the fight sequences are definitely more demanding, and taking your clothes off is just taking your clothes off.
It's true. There's like a choreography to the fight, and then the other one you're just like, well, here it is.
Yeah. I mean, leading up to it, there's a lot of work because we want to look in shape and like wolves and strong. So I guess when you look at it that way, it's hard work.
Do you do like a crazy workout before you? Like, do you do a bunch of push-ups in your dressing room? Like, what do you do?
Sometimes, I'll just to like get the muscles pumping, the veins pumping a little bit. We'll use sandbags on set, do curls with those, or some push-ups.
That's smart, dude.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can.
Oh, yeah.
Make weights, make a gym.
Oh, yeah.
And you mentioned before we went live that the house in Stonehaven, which I was telling you looked so awesome. I know you said the interior is a set, but people actually live in that house that you guys use. Yeah,
there's this family. I think that's been in their family for generations.
Wow.
But it's this beautiful house, as you see in the show. And it's it's about an hour and a half outside of Toronto. And it's crazy. Like, you never see the actual interior on set because we only have the rights to film the outside of it. And then we build the sets for the interior stuff. But the inside of that house is amazing.
Oh, I'm sure. It looks like that big of a house can't be
It's
less
gorgeous
than
inside,
that, you know?
yeah. And it looks kind of Victorian inside, and it's just like...
It's such. Cool. I was just telling you, I was like, it's so pretty there. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't think you can find anything like that green and stuff in LA, which is why you guys film in Canada. But it just looks so awesome. I'm like, I just want to run through those fields in that yard where you guys were like wrestling in front of the house and like the forest. Like, can we just go?
And the property's massive. There's horse stables and fields and forest and rivers, and it's really amazing.
That's so cool. Yeah. And I know Bitten is like more of a drama, obviously, and like action film. Would you ever want to do like a romantic comedy? Are you into that at all, or are you just like more into like, let me do the action? And
I'm into anything really. I'd love to do a comedy. I haven't really done much of that, and it's very difficult.
I think that'd be fun to do.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Switch.
And I don't know if I'd be good at it or not, but I gotta
only
try.
One way to find out.
Exactly.
I'm sure you'll be great though. But speaking of comedies and romantic comedies, do you have like a chick flick that you can admit that you actually love? Secretly, that you secretly love that, most guys would be like, oh.
The Holiday.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Steven, do you like it too?
I hate that I love it, but it's actually not a bad movie. It's
no.
Shut up. Okay, moving on. Next question.
There's a lot of good I'm not just saying this because I'm a girl. I'm sure your girlfriend can relate, but there's a lot of good chick flicks.
Hey, yeah, totally.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
Okay. You're like, all right, I'll get on it.
Pretty Woman, that's a chick flick.
That's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one. Have you seen Crazy Stupid Love?
No.
It's got Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you should add that to your list.
I actually have a question for you. So you're obviously a star on Bitten. This is one of a new kind of the vampire werewolf kind of that genre of media. Were you really into that before they created this show? Like, were you a fan of Teen Wolf? Were you a fan of like the Twilight movies or that kind of horror genre? Or when you got into it, that's kind of when you dove into this kind of mythology?
Yeah, it was after booking it that I, read a couple of the books and then dived into it and kind of fell in love with it. But yeah, prior to shooting, I didn't really ever. Well, I think I saw the first Twilight or something. But I never really was.
You weren't like
into
really into it.
It's not different.
No, but it's so much different. Like being into it than actually filming it. It's so much fun to film.
I'm
playing these characters with superhuman strength and voracious
You're
appetites
like a
and they're
superhero.
nude all the time and fighting.
Yeah.
Like
it's kind of cool. You guys are like your own superhero movie in a way.
Yeah, or like a mob family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Like if second season, not so much because there's witches and magic, but the first season, if you kind of just took out all the changes, and the Mutts were just another mob or gang, it could just be like a mob show.
This is true.
Right?
It really can be. This is true.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask you this. So season finale of season 1. Elena comes upstairs and she opens the door and there's a guy's head on the bed.
Speaking of mob. Right. To die.
There you go. That's one way to do it. She sees a guy's head on the bed. I think I'm thinking it's somebody else that it's not. Is it Santos's head? No.
It's it's her ex.
Oh my God.
Philip. Could you not see that it was
No, I saw the head and then it ended and I was like, wait, whose head is that? And then I tried Googling it and everyone's like, Santos. And I'm like, I don't think it's his head because I'm pretty sure he died
Elena
before.
Killed him.
Yeah. So that's why I just thought they put the head there just to rub it in her face. But I was like, wait, I don't think that's what I was confused. Okay.
No, that was his head. And so the second season picks up and she's just out for blood to avenge his death. So we're on the hunt for Malcolm, who's stolen Rachel, who's pregnant with a werewolf baby. So we just kind of pick up 3 days after that happens.
Okay.
And we're just all separated out looking for Malcolm.
Yeah. I'm like, they can't leave me here. Whose head is on that bed? I have to wait till season 2. I can't wait. Speaking of Rachel and that baby, that's going to be an interesting thing, I think, for season 2. And I hope she gives birth to that child in season 2.
Yeah, I think the audience will be kind of shocked at where that storyline goes.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Can you give us any teasers?
Nope. No.
I mean, come on, a clue? Other than being to be shocked? It is a boy still. The gender doesn't change at all. Right?
Werewolf baby?
Yeah. Okay, or not.
Oh, that's a good question. Can you have a female werewolf? Well, I mean, you can't know. If you had a female, would it just be a regular person? If you had a male, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how that works, actually.
Right.
Because I know women, the reason Elena's the only werewolf is because she was strong enough to go through the change. Most women aren't, which is why there's no female werewolves.
Right.
And that's kind of the story. But a werewolf baby, could it be a female?
But didn't they say that it was a boy because when they sent her the rattle, they put a sign saying it's a boy and no one else knew that it was going to be, and that's what they're like, it's going to be a werewolf?
You know more about my show than I know.
No.
Except the head.
Except the head, the most important moment. I was like, why did it end? I can't find it. And I'm trying to like look at pictures online. It just wasn't happening.
No, you're right about the boy thing. You forget all these little details after.
Yeah. They sent her the rattle saying it's a boy, but no one knew that they were even pregnant, which is kind of creepy, honestly.
Santos is a pretty creepy guy.
He's a creepy guy.
Yeah, he was a great actor. He's fun to work with.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Who, if you could play any character other than yours on the show, who would you want it to be?
Probably one of the villains. Like, it'd be fun to play Malcolm.
Really?
I'm a little young to play Malcolm, but
Just to be evil?
yeah. Yeah.
So different from your personality?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool. Is there anyone on set that you don't shoot that much with that you wish you had more scenes with and like got to see them more often?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked when I had scenes with Michael Xavier, who plays Logan.
Yeah,
and
he
I didn't
seems like
have
a cool guy.
Yeah,
He's
and,
young too, right? Like in his late 20s or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a ton of scenes with him this season. So, yeah, he's just a good guy. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I mean, from what I just see on television, obviously, but you just can tell sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, that it's like someone's actually nice or diva.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, going from a show that's a serious crime drama like Durham County and moving into the sci-fi world, were there any challenges as an actor where you kind of had to play things up more than you would have otherwise, or kind of react differently in scene situations? Was there any difficulties in that?
Yeah, I mean, Durham County was a very like grounded, real type of show, right? But you know, our show it's a werewolf show and it's kind of a fantasy type show, but it is pretty grounded as well. And I think what we kind of strive to do is to keep the performances really grounded and real. We just also happen to be werewolves, and there's that to deal with. But I don't think we were trying to, you know,
Go grim.
Yeah, go grim or just over dramatic, or I couldn't even give an example of other shows that would be in that vein. But we just kind of wanted to keep it real and grounded. But yeah.
I like it. Yeah. No, why are you sorry? I like your questions, Stephen. Please fill in. I can't wait till season 2 starts. I know we discussed that we don't know when it is. Hopefully soon. Hopefully this week. But I also noticed Mr. Lance Bass was Instagramming a picture of you with Elena, and you're like all intense in this Bitten like photo. And he's like, "You guys watch, this is premiering on Space Channel today and on Sci-Fi Network." And I'm like, "See, Lance Bass even knows it's premiering. Google knows it's premiering. Like, when is this thing starting?" But so is it cool to you to like see other celebrities or other people that you kind of look up to like watching the show?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, you know, if anyone likes the show, I'm happy. So
right.
It's cool that a celebrity likes our show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it works.
I guess I'm kind of indifferent to it. Like, it's, you know, it's just another person who likes the show. I mean, it's great that they're tweeting out for us because, you know, he probably has a lot of followers. But
yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
It's Lance Bass from NSYNC.
Hey, man, I'm not going to. There's a lot of man ass on the show. I'm just saying.
So. There is. It's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true. Do you have a TV guilty pleasure that you enjoy watching?
I love any kind of cooking show.
Do you cook?
I do. My favorite show is No Reservations.
Okay.
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Over.
It's a good show.
It's great. Parts unknown, but that's not really a guilty pleasure. I'm proud of that one.
Well.
What would be a guilty pleasure? Border. What? Oh yeah. So I'm talking to my girlfriend who's sitting here. There's this. I think there's a version in the States as well, but there's one in Canada called Border Security.
Okay, what is that?
It's just about customs officers and border patrol, like catching people try to smuggle drugs at like airports and land crossings.
So it's kind of like a reality kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's like completely unscripted. Like it's
right.
very real, and you see some people in really hairy situations, and it's really.
That's so cool. I've never heard of it here. Have you, Steven? Border?
It's called. I think
cops.
Yeah, cops. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
There's one here called. Shoot, I watched them both, but I can't remember.
That seems. I would watch it just to see like what people. Some people do crazy. You read articles that you're like, what were you trying to smuggle in how? Like, I don't even want to know what was going on there.
The weirdest thing that I noticed on this show, after watching many, many episodes, is a lot of people who come in from China or Asia bring, like, meats with them, like raw meats, and like you can't do that.
No.
And they'll open it up and it's like completely thawed at this point, like bags of chicken, and it's like,
so disgusting. It's like, but then it's like, how many hours is that
when you get to Canada?
Yeah. Like, how many hours is that, and is that even safe to cook when you get to your destination?
I don't know. You
like,
boil the
I'd be
shit
scared
out of
to eat it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's not sanitary.
No, not at all.
No.
It's disgusting. Oh my gosh. Well, going back to your cooking, what's your specialty that you cook?
I really like frying up fish.
Okay.
Like getting like a nice piece of salmon and getting a pan really hot, and then you sear the flesh side, and then you sear the skin side till it's like really crispy.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the oven for a few minutes. Just doing like simple fish like that.
Yeah. What do you eat that with? Like rice, potatoes?
I used to make like steamed greens a lot, like collard and.
That sounds delicious.
Swiss chard.
Your girlfriend's saying yes, like it's really good. I will take your guys' word for it.
Yeah.
It's not that often you can find a man that can cook. No, he's great in the kitchen. That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah. It works out for you for sure.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah. Lucky you.
Not like that. I mean, like I'm saying it's a rare find, and I'm glad that she found someone like that. That's what I'm saying.
I have one more question too. I always say one more and then I ask another.
No, I like your question.
So I always like to ask Canadian actors when they're in our studio, because we are in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles was the center for where all the TV shows used to be filmed.
Right.
But because of our taxation, people have been outsourcing our filming to other locations. And Toronto, about 8 to 10 years ago, was the spot where things just started, and it's quickly revamped into what it is today, where a good 40, almost 50% of TV shows are now being filmed in Toronto. Have you noticed a large difference from when you started your career 10 years ago or before then till now on the castings and on the number of sets that are out there and things like that?
Yeah, yes and no. It was. I live in Vancouver and I grew up in the area, so I'm not as familiar with the Toronto markets.
Okay.
I have worked there quite a bit. But I do know that Vancouver was the #1 film center in Canada for some time, and then Toronto introduced even more tax credits, so we lost a bunch of work to Toronto and Ontario. My mind just completely blanked. It was like words were there, and then it was like words were not there.
We went from crusted salmon to filming locations, so kind of...
Yeah, but what helps us right now actually is our dollar's in the tank right now.
Really?
So we're like 22 cents below, I think, was the last time I checked.
Wow.
So, every production that comes up to Canada right now, for every $1 million, you're going to
That's
save
true.
like 200 grand. So.
Yeah, that's one reason to move up there. And you auditioned for this role in Canada, correct?
I did, yeah. I was in Vancouver at the time.
That's cool. And did you know any of the cast that got cast? Did you like meet any of them in the audition and kind of knew you were like, you guys were all close to getting the part? Or you all just met after you got it? I met Laura. We did a chemistry read. It was down to me and 2 other guys. And they were from LA, these 2 guys. They flew in from LA, and I was flying in from Vancouver. Yeah.
And we tested in Toronto. So I met her at that point, and she had already been cast. But everyone else we met on set. On set. Yeah. That's awesome. You guys honestly seem like close. What's the smaller cast, too? I feel like the main cast is pretty small. That's like, I feel like you guys probably see each other often. And yeah, we do. We see each other all the time. And I think, kudos to the producers for putting us together and, yeah, obviously seeing something in each of us that would work together, Yeah. If you could be, here we go, any dream role, what would the dream, like any dream part, you can name the movie that's like, I want to be Superman, or I want to be like, what would be your dream role that if you got, you would freak out? One of my favorite movies is Into the Wild. Okay. And I would have loved to have booked a role like that. Just like, self-discovery. Yeah. Walking around the desert and, filming something like that too is cool because you get to go to all these different locations. Yeah, you get to go to cool places. Explore. So something like that would be cool. And I've always wanted to do also, like a Game of Thrones kind of thing.
Okay.
Like a period piece like that.
Yeah. I always think, even if like you're just an extra on one of those period pieces, I always feel like just even like walking in the background would be a blast.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'm like, can I just put on a Renaissance wig or something? And can I just, like, put on a huge ball gown and just walk in the background? I'll be okay.
Like, it's amazing. I've done a couple of Westerns. And
oh, that's fun.
It's so much fun, yeah, just to, like, to completely step in this world. Because when you're filming a, you know, present-day film, it's, you know, you have wardrobe on, but everything's recognizable around you, right? But when you actually get to step into, like, a built set in a different world, it's really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. That's awesome. I hope you get to do that.
Thank you.
Maybe you guys can do like a flashback to before the days. If anybody in Bitten is watching, just a suggestion.
A flashback episode?
Yeah. But like, I know you guys do that, but I'm talking about like a flashback and like a period piece flashback.
Oh, that would be good. Like one of us is dreaming or something.
Yeah. And you guys are all like colonial, or all like cowboys, or all like in ballroom clothes. Clearly, the ballroom is my own.
Ballroom clothes. Yeah, that's the tone of our show.
Yeah. You know, I'm just saying. Just something different. Like, not every day. You don't see people walking around in everyday ballroom clothes, you know?
You sure don't.
No. It's a shame, though.
I guess. For you.
Yeah, this is true. Is there anyone out there, like actor, director, producer, writer, it could be musician even, that you would like love to collaborate with and do something with? A project?
Collaborate with. I do play guitar.
Yeah.
And I love blues and rock. I'd love to work with Nick Cave, actually, because he's an amazing, incredible musician, and he writes scores, he writes films, he acts, and he just seems like a very interesting, dark person.
Yeah.
And I'd love to, I don't know what I would do with him, even just write some songs.
Yeah,
just,
that'd be
I
cool.
don't know,
Or just jam
be a
out.
fly on the wall and watch him, but he's someone that I've kind of discovered recently, and he's intrigues the hell out of me.
And I don't know if you guys heard it. The intro song was Nick Cave, wasn't it? That we went in with? Didn't you pick
No,
a Nick
that
Cave
was
song?
John Lee Hooker, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were talking about Nick Cave when we were talking about
Yeah,
intro songs,
and you know,
so I was like, wait.
It wouldn't be good intro music though. It's
Okay,
just it's
it's a
like
bit
too
dark.
dark and moody.
Yeah, don't need that for the intro. But have you met him or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of scared to meet him. He's
Really?
kind of
like a legend.
Yeah, but he's just like I've seen him live once, and he's kind of a haunting character, and I don't know. I feel like I'd be really intimidated by him. He's very intense.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
we
I
go.
hope for your sake it works out, and I hope that you get
Thanks.
to collaborate
Thank
with
you.
him, and you're not intimidated when you meet him, because like you said, they're just another human being.
It's true. Yeah.
A scary human being, a dark human being,
Yes.
but just another human.
It's true.
I hope it works out for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My last question before you leave. What can you tell us, I know I'm asking you this again, about season 2 that would shock viewers?
Without giving it away.
Yeah, without like you can tease it. You can tease it. You don't have to like give us the actual thing.
So yeah, like I was saying earlier, we've introduced witches this season,
Right.
and I think people would be really shocked to find out the role that they play this season, and then we have this sort of unknown entity thing that is our antagonist, bad guy this season, and I think when he's revealed, the audience will be pretty shocked.
Episode 8, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, well, he's revealed before that, but episode 8 is
the big one.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay. Well, that's your little teaser for you guys. Make sure you watch the show. Google it. Check sci-fi.com in America to see when it is. Space Channel.
Tweet at Sci-Fi. Tell them to get off their ass and give us a date.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Google's given us a date, but it's the wrong one. So tweet Sci-Fi. Tweet Bitten TV. I don't know if they can do anything about it, though. But tweet them anyway.
Just piss them off.
They'll give you guys a premiere date. Thank you so much for coming in. I had fun.
Thank you. Me too. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You want to tell them where they can find you? You can just like promote your social media. Like my Twitter is this.
Oh.
My Instagram is.
Yes, my Twitter is at Greyston H, and I'm a terrible tweeter. So have fun following me.
There you go, guys. enjoy his tweets. Thanks for watching. I'm Annika Michelle, and you can find me on AnnikaMichelle.com or Annika_Michelle on Twitter. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.